What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Appreciate you guys joining me on this beautiful Thursday, December 18th, man. We got a couple good days left in the year. Appreciate you being here. Before we hop onto the charts, as always, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot yapping on YouTube, kicking X for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, and others. What's up, chat? How we doing today, man? Market's moving. We got some news printing today. Is this the start of the Santa rally? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to be checking it out here in just a couple minutes as we are about 5 minutes away from NYSE Open. Ring the opening bell. And, yeah, man, this is real interesting. Real interesting. We'll talk about this in a minute. But first, let's get some good mornings going on. Dwayne, what's up? Triton was almost first today. Tom, what's up? Muhammad, what's up? Ezal, what's going on? Tom Ward, how we doing? Dwayne, it will be a green day today, Tom, says Dwayne. NHO Profit, let's go. Happy CPI. What's up? What's up? Glenn B, good morning. Rhombus, good morning. What's happening? Anyone take advantage of CPI? I didn't. Did you? Yo, what's up? What's up, Juan? How we doing, guys? What's up, Kick? Usually, we got some peeps on Kick as well. Let's see. We're looking good on Kick. We're looking good on X. We're looking good on YouTube. What's up? What's going on, Alan? What's happening, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome back. So again, guys, we got about 5 minutes till market open. Joe, what's up? What's going on? AJ, what's up? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Left Futures, what's up? Oh, we got everybody on today. What's going on, chat? How we doing? Let's get it going here today. So before we hop on, obviously, if you're in my Discord, link is pinned to the top. You should have checked out the market news channel that I'm updating again regularly. We did have CPI this morning, 8:30 a.m. That is the nice print that we had to the upside. Quick crack to the upside, pull back down, and then we're settling right there, pushing highs coming into pre-market. We don't have too much tomorrow to end the week off, December 19th. We got some existing home sales. And then we really got 2 good days before Christmas Eve, guys. We are really almost there. It's insane. So let's talk about this quick before the market opens up. I'm looking at this long. I think a lot of people are looking at this long. I'm looking at this long. If we take a look here at YM on the 15-minute chart, this is Top 1 Futures, my Top 1 Futures live account, 15K on Project X. Unfortunately, on Project X. We will talk about that. Down in issues again yesterday, but I'm sure you've read enough about that and heard enough about that for now. So, again, looking at YM specifically here, settled down. Hey, where's my prior day volume profile? What happened? What happened here? We settled down here, swept yesterday's low, opened up right into this CPI, this 830 CPI to the upside. We are really holding strong here. I got I'm long in a separate account off the rip, but I'm going to try to find a way in long on this. I think we could absolutely turn, right? This could be a fake out, pump fake to the upside, and we just sell off. But we've come back down to this area. Unless we are really, coming into the end of the year, going to start breaking this big push to the upside that we've had in the U.S. indices. I don't know. We could certainly sweep down here. We could test lower. We could form a really gnarly wick to the downside before peaking back up. But, gun to my head, I think we could be taken right off the open, which is a tough trade in itself because you just don't get really much opportunity, right? If we blast to the upside, there's no pullback to VWAP. There's no break of any range. It's just a push to the upside. So I think we could see that coming in, as you guys have been seeing the last couple days. I am back watching ES. I do a little bit more markup on this chart because I trade it on a little bit lower time frame, like the 1 minute, looking for these tighter movements. Similar foundation of how I trade. It's all really simple. stupidly simple discretionary approach. You saw me trading it live yesterday. We took a little W on Prop Firm Matches live stream with Zach, the other Zach. That was very fun. Appreciate you guys hopping on, as always, to that. That was awesome to see some of you guys in chat. So here we are, a really, really similar price action and structure, right? We cracked prior day low by just a little bit here. Similarly to YM, bullish structure for Asia, London, taking off above VWAP. We've got yesterday's volume point of control that's been tested. And, you know, we got some bullish structure on this one, really pushing highs right into the open. We're about 60 seconds to NYSE open. I'd love to buy a dip. If we come back down into this area for YM, if we come back down to this area right here, yesterday's volume point of control, VWAP, this area of high volume, this area of market structure, right? We just get a dip back down. We hold this, you know, if you're a trend line guy, we hold this for a moment here, pull back down. I'm looking to buy a dip. I think that would be really, really easy trade. I do think it's kind of the obvious trade, which I'm always cautious of, like the crowded trade. If we blast off, man, I'm long in another sim account. It's not going to do much for me. But I just don't have a run into the open, you know, long or short after a big news event, right? Just buying into strength, buying the breakout here on YM or even ES. It's really, you know, not a setup for me. It's not something that I'm going to do every day, so it's not something I'm going to do today, right? ES, I'm going to watch because I'm going to be much more aggressive looking to buy into this. If we get even a little bit of a pullback, I'm going to look to start trying it long. But again, you know, here we are pushing right to the upside, breaking high of day. This is kind of what I was looking at right into the open. But again, it's just not my trade, right? You know, if I'm not going to throw longs in at 929 every other CPI when this sets up this way, I really shouldn't be doing it today. I don't have enough consistency doing that, right? Where I have the law of large law of large sample size play out in my favor. But you know, gun to my head, this is what I was looking at. So maybe I catch it in another sim account. You know, running it long into the open, some stuff that I'm just trying to get through on Project X pretty quickly. Damn, yeah, here we go, man. Very, very bullish. This, I honestly, I saw the comments, but and again, I think it's kind of obvious, but this looks like the start of the Santa rally. This looks like it. Breaking lows, breaking lows, breaking lows. Sweep the low. Big push. CPI prints good. Right back up to all-time highs. The slow grind higher. We take everybody out. We get everybody cold for Christmas. We finally cook all the longs. We squeeze everybody, you know, long enough into Thursday, and everybody goes, all right, I'm done. And then what happens, right? Take off. Not always, right? We could turn to the downside. We could absolutely see this turn, but this looks strong, really strong. Growing CVD. We got volume behind this, so I don't know how I'm going to find my way in outside of just buy, close your eyes, sing the national anthem here on the U.S. indices, that joke that we make. Any kind of pullback, I'm going to look to start trying it. I'm going to be happy taking L's on longs today, trying to buy into pullbacks. You know, that's what I would allow myself. And again, I think I'm just going to watch ES here. Yeah, all the U.S. indices aligned on this one. NQ, 1.5%, 1.7% to the upside. YM, 0.75%. ES, 1%. Mag 7 looking green, looking really green. Damn, Robinhood taking off like a bandit. What, did they have earnings or something? Something with their prediction markets. Damn, up over 7%. It's a wild move. Anyway, I won't get too distracted there. So let's watch this, guys. Let's see what we got. You know, if you want to fade this, right? If you say, hey, dude, that's the crowded trade. And again, this is not always such a great way to think. But if you say, hey, man, I think we are going to get at least a pullback, or I think this is a pump fake. I think we are going to trap all the longs who are looking at the obvious setup that Zach is. We're pulling back up. We got volume points of control up here. We got prior week low up here, right? We're going to get high in yesterday's range, this area of consolidation, and then we're going to dump. We're going to come right back down to volume point of control. You know, that obviously presents a move to the downside, right? You know, without coming halfway back into today's candle, right? You know, so if you're looking for a from the extreme trade today, on the short side, it's there. I know you guys have watched me fade, pops to the upside. I've shorted all-time highs. That's not on my radar right now. It's just not a setup at all. Not after we swept prior day low, pushed off. We tested yesterday's volume point of control. Maybe you go for a super aggressive short, like way high, but my thesis is not that we come all the way up and then rip lower, right? I think you'd have to actually be taking it in here right now. Like, you'd have to be actually looking for it in here. But it's just really not on my radar here on either of these. It's just not a good opportunity that I'm looking at to the downside just yet. But again, oftentimes the market does like the exact opposite of what everybody expects it to do, right? That kind of Max Payne mindset with the way the market moves. But this is showing a lot of strength off of this bottom here. I'm gonna be cautious of the shorts. Caught the shorts yesterday live on stream. Here was object tree. Of course, I didn't capture all of that. I took it to overnight low. But this was a pretty nice entry. Got stopped on the longs here, looking for a pop to the upside. Took a break even, and then happy that I was able to be flexible enough to flip short. This one was filed under great trade management on the first one, right? Taking a stop at break even. Good ability to stay flexible and flip to the downside, right? To look for a bearish move. Good ability to hold my trade through quite a bit of chop. What could be improved on this one? Obviously, hold it to the moon. Not all of my, or add in. This was something I'm looking to be able to start to scale into some of these tighter trades. Add in and move stop loss down would have generated a nice win, even just breaking overnight high. Excuse me, this was overnight. I don't have my chart mark up. Yeah, take profit was somewhere in here, which was overnight low, right? Yeah, here was the overnight low right in here. Take profit was somewhere right in here. Hold it to the moon or hell, actually, or scale in, add into winners and control stop loss. But today, cracked the pre-market high, this Asia-London high, right back in now. Really aggressive longs. You could be setting this up here if you wanted it within the first 6-7 minutes of the open. I'm going to stay patient just for now. But like I said, I'm going to be looking to buy dips or to find a way in. This is still so far extended above VWAP here on ES, 100 ticks. Again, this could be it, right? Like, sometimes we look back on a day like this and you go, yeah, we swept prior day's low. We were bullish in pre-market. Newsprint bullish. We pulled back down towards VWAP here, filled most of this imbalance from the news, popped right back up, opened up to the upside. We pulled back to the top of this pre-market range, and then we took off, right? And you might say, yeah, obvious. What were you waiting for, For me, this is like, I'd really have to be ready to take an L quickly, man. A quick shot right back to VWAP is gonna cook me on something like this. It's not a bad one to attempt from up here. It's really not. And I'm eyeballing it. Get a little bit of a further push lower. I might start trying this bad boy. Again, ES is going to be more aggressive, right? More aggressive, shorter time frame trades in general. Ability to take multiple trades, right, throughout the session, or at least more than one, at least two. That's the thought on ES. Yeah, I'm going to wait for a little bit of a push lower on this one, guys. I'm looking long on this, though, right? For all the reasons that we discussed, I'm looking long. I think we could absolutely come back to VWAP, come back down through the lows, right? Anything can happen. I do think this is going to be a crowded trade. I think there'll probably be some trapped longs immediately on this push to the upside. I would love a pullback closer to VWAP to try it, to get a stop loss down below. I just would actually, I wouldn't mind trying this thing long twice near the open. and take the losses on the chin that I have to in an effort to try to not miss us taking off. Just taking a look at bookmap over here on the left-hand side. Favorite order flow tool. We do have some orders up here that stacked up at the 68.55s. We got a dropping CVD on this one. There is some volume to the downside here. Yeah, I'd have a stop right at VWAP on this one. Pretty aggressive turn to the downside so far, pulling back in. We're going to come right back down? We're going to come right back down through these lows? I'm getting ready to try it up here, guys. I'm trying it from up here, guys. This is aggressive, right? Like I said, I really want to try to find my way in more aggressively on ES. That's the opportunity. But I'm long 5 on this pullback in. 9:40 a.m. This is still really early. We could come right back down to VWAP. I am going to clip it here. I don't think this is a beautiful invalidation point, but wanted to be able to try to find my way in on the pop to the upside, pull back into this consolidation from pre-market. Very high in this push to the upside in an effort that we just are going to test the low end of this area of consolidation, right? And that we don't come all the way back down through. We come all the way back down through to VWAP. I'm still going to be looking long, but I'm going to allow it to do something down here, do whatever it needs to do. Initial thesis that we pop to the upside, pull back in, maybe clear out longs that were in here early, right? Pop stops on the way down here. Maybe a handful right in here. And take off. That just won't hold true. We will be, if we come all the way back down through my stop, we'll be selling off 150 ticks, right, from the high. Not insane, but I'm going to look for this one aggressive and early, right? I take an L on this one. We're not going to be done. I'm going to be looking for a follow-up, right? I'm half of my usual $1,000 risk on this, trading 5 micros here. But I'm long from 68.31 and 3/4. Stop at 68.12 and a half, just below VWAP now. That's going to be the initial play so far, chat. Aggression. Trying some aggression here on ES. You let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat. You guys looking at this bullish? You looking at this short? You looking at the opposite of what I think a lot of people have their eyes on today? You let me know. Tempted to be. What are we talking about? NQ Sniper, what's up? What's up, guys? But happy to get a trade on with you. Happy to get some trading in towards the end of the year here. Keeping risk control, keeping expectations low. Do we have Project X issues again? Do we? Andrew says issues again. Do we have Project X issues again, guys? We can start talking about this if there's actually issues. But I've made my videos. I've yapped about it. I'm honestly getting exhausted talking about it. Let's see. Well, I'm in a trade on Project X, so we'll probably watch that play out if that's the case. I don't see anything in Top One's Discord. Let's hop over to Top Step and see if they are blowing up with anything. Nope, I don't see anything from them in their status updates. Let's see. But they've just been complaining, and everybody's just been going crazy, and they have slow mode on. Oh, nope, they're down. They're down. Wow. Yeah, this platform's completely cooked, guys. I said it yesterday. I'm happy to say it again. Project X is completely cooked. It's done. Finito. I don't know how Top Step's going to pivot. And again, I say this trying to be as unbiased as I possibly can. Their platform, right? The platform that is Project X is cooked. It's toast. Zero reliability. There's been issue after issue the last couple of months, if you don't know what we're talking about here. really leading up to the implosion this week, where Tuesday there were issues starting at NYSE Open, where data was delayed on the platform, but everybody was actually still allowed to continue to execute orders. Huge issue. Then it went down for all firms, like couldn't trade all day. Yesterday, multiple issues at session changeover, issues at NYSE Open. It's done. It's completely done. You know, if at this point you continue to trade on this platform, the one that you see me on, until you're able to get off of it, right? Or you know, you're asking for issues, right? So I'm not able to swap off of this yet on this live account. I still want to get trading in with you guys, but as soon as I am able to go over to Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView, that's where I'll be. I'm not opening any new Project X accounts at all. I think you would have to be an absolute crazy person to do that. You're just light your money on fire. You probably have better luck of making money. Yeah, I'm gonna trade what I have, get off of it, and be on Tradeovate and NinjaTrader and TradingView. That's gonna be the game plan. So yeah, no, I wouldn't touch it, guys. I've talked about it over and over again. It feels like we're beating a dead horse. But it's like it's done. It's obviously there's a fatal issue. They can't fix it. They haven't been able to fix it for months. We won't know if it's fixed. If they said it's all fixed tomorrow, we wouldn't know for months down the road. So it's done. You know, it's sad to see for everybody involved. I say this with no ill intent, and I tweeted about this. I posted about it in Discord. I say this with no disrespect or malice or ill intent for Top Step, Project X, anyone on their team. I'm friends with guys on that team. They were good to me, you know, early on. I have to talk about the platform that you guys are watching me trade, that I've traded from the beginning since it launched as Top Step X and have recommended, melting down, absolutely imploding. So this is completely cooked. This platform is absolutely done. I don't understand an argument to be made against that. So get off of it. Get off of it as soon as you can. I would not be opening any new accounts on this platform at all. There is zero reliability. There is insane daily fatal issues of blown accounts. Many people have said it's okay. They reset accounts. They help people out. I've started to watch multiple traders now have that not be the case across multiple different firms. I would not bet on that. But, you know, you guys do what you see fit. For me, would not, absolutely no recommendation for Project X at all. Massive issues, fatal issues, you know, ongoing, continual, no support, and just no trust or faith in the platform at all. I'll check back in down the road, maybe 6 months to a year, where they've gone months and months and months without issues. We could talk about it again. All of the user interface and risk settings, none of it helps me if I can't trade, which was all day on Tuesday. And yeah, all day on Tuesday, right? One of the last good trading days of the year. And we have blown accounts and issues every other day. It's not, you know, not possible. So anyway, guys, I try to be down the middle about this, right? I can't be unbiased. I'm partnered and affiliated with Top One Futures, right? I stand to make money from one firm and not another that I'm talking about. Top One Futures has had Project X from the beginning. This is my preferred platform. Maybe you grain of salt it, you understand where I'm coming from. But, you know, we got to speak on it. So I think you would have to be that's how far I'm going to go with this now. If you are continuing to open accounts on Project X, you are accepting and acknowledging and okay with blown accounts and outages every single day that exists on no other platform at all. It's just absolutely inexcusable, unacceptable. Their team has acknowledged it, and it's a sad situation, but it's done. Dude, don't touch this. I really need to be clear about it because I'm displaying it in front of you guys. But as soon as I'm able to get off of this, I'm off of it. You know, I don't know if this stop loss is going to fill. I don't know if this data is correct. It's been all over the place. So, you know, don't put yourself in that situation if you don't have to. There's no reason. So we're cooked on Project X, guys. Let's read through. Morning, Kobe and NQ Sniper. Rhombus, what's up? I had a firm reset my loss from early this week. That was very classy. Didn't even ask for it. Sure. Yeah, again, you know, if you want to count on that happening, continuing to happen, that's good, but it's not been happening. It's not been happening more and more. Morning, Kobe. What's up? Good on you for being honest and transparent, for sure. What do you guys have going on that are on Project X with Top Step? Let me know. I'm curious to hear. Their Discord's blowing up, but I can't really I don't really see what's going on. There's no announcement from them. But yeah, it's a tough situation over there. Their chat obviously was nothing but that. They disabled their chat on YouTube. They got off the air. They turned crazy slow mode on. You know, it's just a tough situation. That's how they're handling it. But crazy, disappointing, unfortunately. And disappointed on this trade. Coming to the downside really aggressively. I'm going to be a couple points below VWAP. I'd be surprised if I survive this one at this point. I'm not clipping it. Last ditch is testing this area of low volume right around this pullback in the middle of this news wick. Gonna see if we can't catch it. Maybe we catch buyers before VWAP, but this is looking like a turn to the downside. Really aggressively trapping longs on this bullish movement. Not a rapidly dropping CVD, but definitely a drop in CVD. There's definitely volume behind the move to the downside. We still got quite a bit of orders up above the largest stack. I do like that for potential targets. Up there above the highs here at the 55s, about 5 points above. I don't love where my stop is, right? I don't love being invalidated right around VWAP, but I'm not gonna only be putting on one trade here. I don't want to size down any smaller. My thesis was that we retest here. So technically, if we come through VWAP, my thesis is dead wrong, right? We didn't bounce here to the upside. Like I said, you know, from the beginning at that point, if we come through my invalidation point, you know, we traded almost 40 points to the downside off the highs. There was no shallow pullback. We really didn't get continuation off the open, which I was looking for. You know, we sold off. VWAP is a good spot to look for buys, right? There's often a lot of buying pressure there. If we come through VWAP, I'd be a little bit concerned, and I will be a little bit concerned. I might be waiting for something down here. I think we certainly could stop me out and then pop to the upside. But if we start to come through, I'll be waiting to see what happens in this area of high volume, but more around yesterday's volume point of control, all the way down into this area of consolidation. I think we could be going for a retest of that. If it's just going to be a continuation of what we've seen for the last couple days, right, where we're going to hold this kind of structure to the downside, I'm dead wrong, right? I'm dead wrong off the open, but I'm happy to put these trades on. Happy to put these trades on as I see fit. Right, apply some consistency. Try to get on the right side of the market. We never know what's really going to happen next on any one individual trade. But over a large sample size, we could try to generate some edge, some expected value, a positive expected value. You don't generate edge, you have an edge. All right. But yeah, let me know what you guys got going on with Top Step. I'm actually curious. NQ and ES both rejected off CPI VWAP. Nice. Hello. What's up? What's going on, guys? Literally as I'm in a trade. Yep. PJX works at top. I don't know. Doing good. Broke a few rules today, so paid heavy. We'll be back strong tomorrow. I feel that. Issues again. Yeah, we're talking about that. If you guys got questions on trading, you got comments on prop firms and platforms we've been talking about, sure. Let's talk about it. But yeah, just a really, I did not have Top Steps Project X melting down at the end of the year on my bingo card. But it's what's in front of us, guys. So adjust. Don't be too late to adjust. I've done that in the past. I've continued to do whatever I'm doing because I don't want to make a change. Read the stuff in front of you. Ignore the drama. Take the tinfoil hat off and just look at objectively what's happening and say, I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with that. You're cool with that. Don't complain. Don't be upset. Don't be frustrated. You're not cool with it. Great. Make a change. I am not cool at all with what's going on with Project X. Not cool. Not acceptable. It is far too unreliable. One issue here, one issue there. Sure, absolutely. Every platform is going to have an issue at some point or another, right? 8 or 9 in 2 months, fatal issues where the entire platform goes down or data's delayed or orders aren't being executed. Way too much. Coming into this week, massive issue at NYSE Open with data delayed and then complete outage for the entire day and then the next day being yesterday, and then again today, it's like you'd have to be a crazy person in my book. There's still people arguing for it. Somebody called it a minor inconvenience. This is all subjective. It's up to you. If that's what you think a minor inconvenience is, or, hope they get it worked out, go for it, man. I'm done being a test dummy. I'm done getting burned. I don't have to put my hand on the stove that many times to continue to know that it's hot. I'm done being a test dummy. So, and I say this to grain of salt since I'm yapping about it. I love this platform as far as the user interface goes, the trading view chart, the ability to drag out stops and targets, the mobile, the risk settings, the everything. I could keep going, right? I'll just list it all. That's why I've been on it. But none of that shit is helpful to me if the platform doesn't work, if it goes down every week. It's inexcusable. It's not useful to me, right? It's like I was making a comparison yesterday. It's like having a Ferrari, but every time you drive 100 feet down your driveway, the Ferrari blows up. It shuts down, right? It starts knocking and then it stalls and you got to call a tow truck. What good is the Ferrari, right? You go get something else. Go get a Honda Civic that takes your ass to work, so it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So I cannot wait around any longer. I don't think anybody with half a brain would want to wait around any longer and, and continue to take, be frustrated, right? And I'm tired of talking about it. I really am. But I had to get through it this week, kind of come to a head. I don't like to take hard stances like this. But, as of now, given the information we have, this is my game plan going forward. Get the hell off of this. So it's completely done. It's completely cooked. It's unusable. There could be so many more advantages because there are a lot of advantages, things that I like. They are all useless to me, right? Even the fees and commissions are low here. All of that stuff is great. I've watched so many traders work with the risk settings to get payouts, all of these things. It is useless now. It is completely useless, which is an absolute shame. And again, I hope down the road, I'm talking 6 months to a year, right? I have people say, we'll see what happens. It has to be addressed. Hopefully they fix this. No, it's been addressed, right? It's been addressed. They've been trying to fix it. I was saying that months ago, right? We were all saying the same thing months ago. We could just keep saying the same thing as we're getting shafted here, but it's done. It's absolutely done. So that's the deal. And again, if you were hopped on late, I say this with no ill intent or malice or disrespect to anybody at Top Step, at Project X, on their team. Other people are. That's not the take that I'm having here. I'm just voicing my personal frustration and game plan for the platform that I primarily trade prop firms on, right? It's not the only platform that I utilize. Obviously, I have two showing right here, but I've got to talk about it. So that's my 2 cents. Luckily, Top One Futures has partnered with Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, and TradingView, the prop firm that I'm with. If you want to check this out, it's a great time to plug it. 50% off, still running. I was halfway expecting them to do a flash sale or do something for people that want to get off Project X. 50% off Top One Futures. If you want to check out Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, and TradingView on an instant funded prop firm, there's the link in the chat. Code RDF gets it done. I would not recommend at all Project X accounts, new Project X accounts. As soon as you're able to get off of Project X, I would. And we have a timeline now from Top One Futures. It's in my Discord. It's in their main Discord. I could yap about it here if you need. But I also hope and have asked that they offer an early time to transfer, like someone like me who wants to get off of this garbage platform, that we have a time to transfer off. So we'll see about that. We'll see. Survived this pullback near VWAP. Trade pushing to the upside. Let's see. Let's see what we get here, guys. Nothing crazy. Again, not putting on a huge amount of risk. This is not one that I'm going to add into. I was thinking about it as we came back through and I'm yapping, but not one that I'm going to add into just yet. Let's see if we can't just let this run to the upside for a little bit. Maybe go and crack those highs. Cautious around the 55s. That would be generating a W. A Dubski. we'll see. We'll see. I think this might be one that I want to hold for a little bit. Morning, y'all. I bought one Top Step account last Thursday. What a oh man. Sorry to hear that. Bad timing. Oh man. I find it so unfair for someone who is new to trading, trying to trade for my future and paying an account I paid hardworking money for. I expect to use it, no compensation. Yep. I agree, Tom. I agree. It's disappointing, and unfortunately, I don't want to like go further with it, but you're not getting what you're paid for. If you pay for an account to be able to trade when the market's open and the market's not open, and then you're not being compensated for it, it's bad. But there's no support for the firms. There's none of it. So it's over with, though. It's being removed from all other prop firms except for Top Step. And then you can make a decision, which is crazy to say because Top Step, I'm not like one of those people that talks like wild. Top Step's been the leader in this game, right? They are the originator. They've been here the longest by a long shot. They've been here for like 12 or 14 years or something, right? Great eval model. We all know and love Top Step, right? I'm shocked that they made this call to remove all of the other platforms and only offer Project X. Insane. But you now have to make a decision whether or not you want to trade on Project X, and that means whether or not you're going to trade on Top Step. For me, there is not even it's such a clear answer. It's not even a question, right? Not for everybody. All right. I had some conversations on Twitter. Definitely not for everybody, but you guys decide this stuff for yourself. So insane, disappointing, but here's where we're at. For me, honestly, like, yeah, I'm not gonna keep going on. If you guys have questions about it, feel free to ask. Again, my humble, biased suggestion: check out Tradeovate. You might want to check out Top One Futures. Again, I'm partnered, I'm affiliated, I'm biased. I stand to make money. Check out any other firm that you want. If you want to, compare them against any other ones. But I would look to get off Project X, the platform specifically. I don't know, I don't know what you would be waiting for at this point to get the hint to get off of the platform. It's melting down. Unfortunately, it's been broken. It remains broken. They are unable to fix it, obviously, or they would. It's getting progressively worse and worse. I would not have my hard-earned money tied up in that. I've been part of way too many meltdowns and lost money, right? In the Forex and CFD space, being part of meltdowns and things getting shut down. I fully expect the worst here. So that's my thought process, guys. Morning, gang. If you have to question the platform is working when you put a trade on, that's not a simple inconvenience. No, for sure. Absolutely. None of this even close to me is a simple inconvenience. But somebody, which again, I respect everybody's opinion, but people on Twitter were kind of talking about things being a minor inconvenience. And, if that's what you think this stuff is, that's fine. I would say it's the complete opposite. It's not only a minor inconvenience, it is completely unusable, unacceptable. It's just, I don't know, so anyway. Best thing about Project X is the super easy copy trade, and I hope another platform matches that simplicity at some point. Tradeovate's getting pretty close, in my humble biased opinion. But yeah, I would agree. I hope that it gets easier and better on another platform. Again, all of the ease of use of one platform, if it's down every day and blowing accounts, is just completely useless, unfortunately. Have my Ignite account. I'm using NinjaTrader. Nice. Looking for the fair value, cannonball, gap, dumb money, order block. There you go, Rhombus. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm looking for. NQ and ES. Yeah, we talked about that. So yeah, guys, so we talked about here, ready? We talked about this. Let's talk about it again. Here's the timeline for Top One. Just so you know, because someone was asking about switching on Top One and stuff like that. December 31st, right? December 31st, Top One Futures. Let's go to Top One Futures website real quick. If you guys want to check it out, code RDF is going to get you the deal. Remember, I'm partnered, I'm affiliated, I stand to make money from Top One. This Top One Futures is an instant funded prop firm. They actually just won the most popular new prop firm or something like that. Most up and coming. I forget what the thing was, but they won an award from Prop Firm Match, which was pretty cool. They're also third highest in ratings, which is wild on Prop Firm Match. Still here, right? They launched this year. The guys that were running Top One Trader, the CFD and Forex prop firm for years with millions of dollars paid out to traders, launched this one this year. Little bit of a rocky start for sure. They had some changes early on, but they worked through that. I've been with them since the beginning. I love the people behind it, right? I think the vision is there. The goals are correct. They are, attempting to not be a bucket shop and cater to just straight up sim farmers, but actually fund traders, support them on the way to working towards live accounts. But here's the drill. 50% off. This is my preferred account, the Instant Sim Funded. This is the best rule set account in my humble opinion. They got multiple other ones that are significantly cheaper, actually the cheapest in the industry for instant funding accounts. OG Instant Funded, really, really solid. You can trade with these on Trade-of-8, NinjaTrader, and TradingView. You can trade directly from a TradingView chart, which I'll be showing more and more coming up. But this is what I would be checking out if you are if you're cooked on Project X, like everybody is this week, if you're done with it. But just to lay out the details from these guys, what they have coming up. There we go. Trade-of-8 prop, NinjaTrader prop, TradingView, Quant Tower. This one's going to go away on December 31st. So on December 31st, coming up this month, end of this month, you will no longer be able to buy Project X accounts at all. January 1st to February 15th, you will be able to continue trading, I guess, if the platform's working, on Project X accounts, if you hold on to them and keep buying them. Monday, February 16th, all remaining Project X accounts will be migrated to Trade-of-8 NinjaTrader TradingView. They have not released a date where you can optionally move from Project X to Trade-of-8 NinjaTrader and TradingView yet. I think they're going to have something that's going to allow you to move optionally before February 16th. But that's the situation with Top One. This is happening at almost every other firm because Project X, right, aka Top Step, has pulled Project X from all other prop firms. That announcement went out a little over a month ago, and they said end of February, no more support. You can't have it. No traders outside of Top Step will be on Project X, essentially, right? That's not exactly what the message was. So, that's where we're at, right? So Top One Futures specifically, that's their timeline. December 31st, last day to be buying Project X accounts. February 16th, everybody's getting kicked over to NinjaTrader, TradingView. If you have a Project X account, right, nothing to worry about. You can keep trading it. I mean, kind of something to worry about because the platform's melting down. And the only other thing on here, like we're talking about, hopefully, I'm going to continue asking and talking to their team, is that they have something to transfer over traders that want to move from Project X to Trade-of-8 NinjaTrader TradingView earlier so they can get off this hellhole of a platform that it's unfortunately become. So if you want to check it out, link is in the Chatty McChat chat. Code RDF if you want to support your boy. Remember, I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. I stand to make money. But in my humble biased opinion, put this up against the competition. Compare it against any other instant funded prop firm. Go ahead and specifically, if you want to watch the one that they absolutely cook on, look at this account that I'm showing you, the 50K instant funded account. After we hop off the live, pull up all the other instant funded sites. Look at the price, daily loss limit, max loss limit, the profit target, what you have to do to get paid out, the consistency rule, the amount of accounts you're able to copy trade, and please show me apples to apples an account that beats the instant sim funded 50K from Top One Futures specifically. Difference on eval models, right? There's plenty of advantages from different things on eval models. It's like comparing apples to oranges, right? Just depends on what you want. But for instant funded accounts in the future space, right here's the sauce. So that's the 2 cents. I like Top One, but stay away from their ESS account unless you're extremely disciplined. For sure. Well, they need to get that going now. Project X keeps effing up. Yep, I would agree. Perhaps too many devs took off the holidays, so issues are not being resolved. No, not. I wish, ADO King, but not even close. Not even close. It's been going on for months. Months and months and months now. It's started to get really bad last month in November. No, that's I wish it was that simple, but I do not believe so. It's been like a year. Not sure what the issues are. They keep occurring. They can't fix. Yeah, again, I don't have to tinfoil hat it. You know, it's a problem for sure, but allowing it to get you worked up, emotional, etc. That's where traders need to handle. I'm gonna rinse them on my XFAs. Yep, rinse them, Nate. Rinse them and then get off if you don't want to deal with it. Yeah, we talked about that. I've noticed my firm haven't said anything yet. Also, when you guys having trouble, never experienced. Also, when you guys are having trouble, I never experienced any of that. What's your take? Just curious. I don't know. What's the firm that hasn't said anything? I'm curious. And if you haven't had any experience, haven't had any bad experience on, damn man, we're not going to take off through the highs on this one. If you haven't had an experience on Project X, I don't know. I don't think you were trading this week. I think you must have not been trading this week if you didn't have a bad experience on Project X. Considering stop loss to break even on this one, guys, this is a little bit dicey here. We really made a run for these highs. We're finding resistance up here again. We were climbing on CVD, but here we go, dropping back off. Chat. I gotta do it on this one. Yeah, I'm going stop loss to break even. This is the first trade management that I've done on this. Stop loss to break even plus a couple ticks. Let it come down on me here. Let it chop around back and forth here. Let it come all the way back up to the highs. Didn't take it off because we really didn't start to run. We could absolutely just dance around in here before taking off, but I'm going to stop myself out at break even on this one. Maybe look for a better entry. I'm cautious that we come back through. We are failing to get above the high. I'm playing this a little bit closer to the chest here. I don't want to see this come back down. This is not great. So I'm going to stop myself out at break even if we come back through on this one. A couple bucks. Yeah, I'm not willing to let that come down all the way back to VWAP. If it does, I'd prefer to just, consider a long in here on a sweep of this low rather than having it move. Here we go, stop to break even, rather than having it move another 50 ticks below my entry. Not bad. I'm happy with getting involved here. We really made a run for it. Sat through quite a bit of drawdown here. We made a run for it. We might take off again. I don't like the way that this looks. I would have loved to see us take off here. Coming into the 10 a.m. time frame, we're turning back down again to test VWAP. If anything, I'd like to consider a deeper push down for a long. Could come right back through the highs and push higher, but I'm not willing to let this one turn into an L with a stop loss right down in here. I just don't think that's a great play. So stop to break even. No massive catch. We really didn't blast off higher, right? My initial thesis hasn't played out yet. We cracked to the upside, pulled all the way back down. We tried to break out again. Now we're pulling all the way back down, again. That initial thesis where getting involved really quickly on the first pullback a couple minutes into the open has not yet played out. So we're going to hold for now, see what we got going on, and, see if we can't break back through. If we turn from here and blast through and try to blast through these highs, I could definitely consider a breakout style trade, trying it again. Stop loss maybe below whatever structure forms. But I think I might prefer a pullback down if we get it, to see if we can't catch another opportunity here. So that's it so far. One trade, stop to break even. Again, I do play these tighter. I hate stop loss to break even on long hold trades, on stuff that I do on YM. On these style of trades that are much more aggressive, tighter stops, tighter targets, a thesis that should be playing out, I can get market generated information like this, and whether or not the thing stops me at break even and then turns to the upside or turns to the downside, my trade is just not working. It's not playing out, right? So we'll see if we get another entry, see if we get another opportunity. For now, I'm watching this on Bookmap as well. I would have loved to see this breakthrough right here, and try to hold it, maybe for a push towards prior week low, a nice push all the way up here into another area of high volume, but we're just not doing that. We're getting sell pressure to the downside. I don't know that we come through the lows. I could definitely see us holding VWAP, testing this again, maybe testing down here. And I'd look for another long if we push lower. Stay pretty zoomed out on the 1 minute. Yeah, me too. I've been closing trades on fees only. I guess sideways was closing longs. Yeah. Blue Guardian. Yeah, if they haven't said anything about losing access to Top Step at this point, I would say that's a huge red flag. If you're with a firm that hasn't said what their game plan is and what other options they have, I would reach out to their support and ask them, hey, are you guys losing Top Step? Are you guys losing Project X in February? Did you get the same message that everybody else got? Or did you negotiate something with them to hold on to it? Or are you just not communicating what's going on, Bookmap is doing some major fake outs lately. How does it not break the 50s with all that heat up there? Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting one up there, right? Definitely an interesting one up here. We got quite a bit of orders at 55 on ES. Now, price was drawn to them, but we didn't even want to go and grab it. We just really didn't want to come into it. Let's see, finding some support here, creating a little bit of a trend line. I was looking at you guys in Discord this morning, finding some support down here right around VWAP. We're sniffing VWAP again, a couple points above it, finding some buyers, but I'm not gonna try it long again from right in here. I think this would be the play if you wanted something super aggressive, right? You could go for something like that, like really aggressive to run it back through the highs. I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that fast with it. I think we're at this point. I need to see if we come through this area of low volume to the downside. Maybe a sweep with this low to pop stops would be interesting, or all the way down in here. But I'm a little conflicted on this one. How does that? Yeah, let's see. Monday, Tuesday, today, this week, also including prior issues have been mentioned. Yeah, got absolutely demolished today. Sorry to hear it. That's what I thought. Thanks. Stop that. Yeah. No. Again, Top 1 Futures posted the actual email with a lot of transparency, which I liked, from Project X. But I can't tell you what happened to any other firm, right? I'm just drawing an assumption. But it seemed like every other firm except for Top Step, who allegedly maybe owns Project X, pretty clearly that's the case. Everybody else got the same message. So if your firm hasn't communicated what that game plan is like a month ago, I'd say huge red flag. If another prop firm only has Project X and doesn't offer a viable alternative, I think that's going to be a huge issue for the firm. Like they could potentially, fold on something like that if they don't have something else, situated. But hit their support up, right? Hit their Discord up. Go, hey guys, everybody's losing access to Project X. You haven't said anything. The platform's melting down. What's your game plan here? Do you have another alternative? What's the other alternative? When can we swap accounts? Project X is going away on February 26th. Is it not going away for you? What's up? I got to know so we can adjust. So. What's up, guys? What's up? If it breaks, we could go down to 50%. Yep. I think the irony is that I think Top Step was going to announce. No, I think Top Step was going to announce Top Step brokerage. That's pretty obvious. They have accounts. They were tweeting about it and stuff. MP and all those guys have talked about it a lot. They positioned themselves to open up a brokerage, meaning not a prop firm. Like a lot, you could just deposit your own money and trade a live account through Project X with Top Step, right? I think that was a lot of the reasons that all of their people were getting, licensed and things like that. I think that's probably part of the reason that they pulled support from all the other firms, that they got rid of all of their other platforms. They only offered one. All of these things I think were leading up to that, which is a good idea. It's a great business idea to really corner a lot of the market. Like, what a great way to keep traders on your platform, to get traders that want live accounts to be able to move money, probably with incentives from prop firm payouts to just a live account to keep all the money there, right? And just keep the machine rolling. But none of that works if you launch a platform, unfortunately, and I'm not laughing here, that melts down, right, and has an issue. So again, it's sad. It's a sad situation, and you can say all of these things and bad intentions and corporate greed or tinfoil hat, the whole thing, whatever you want to say. Again, I don't mean any of this stuff with malice or ill intent. I'm not cheering at somebody else's demise or fall by any means. I'm just speaking objectively about the situation. And again, to go further with that, I was on Top Step TV for quite a while, right? I got to know all the guys over there. They were always super cool, bunch of good people. I had minimal interaction with MP, but I was trading live with him for a fast market session. Super cool. Their traders, all that stuff was cool. So I don't mean anything, negative there. And some of them have thrown some heavy shots at Top One Futures when it launched, right? Calling everything a pyramid scheme and no morals, and selling out for a paycheck to some unstable BS. I don't care. It's all good. I let that stuff just work itself out. I don't care to throw drama around like that. So again, we got to talk about this stuff because we have to make a decision on the platforms that we're trading on, right? And this is a big decision. Up until this week, it was really bad, but this is like nailing in the coffin. And it's crazy because, again, they are, I don't like to speak crazy, they are the OGs in this space. They've been around the longest. They have the most longevity here. They were the ones to really always have the most aggressive program in the past, I say that, and all of the best platforms. You used to be able to trade on anything you wanted almost on Top Step. I think they had the most offering. That all changed, right? Their programs changed, their platforms changed, the reliability of the platform itself changed. They've tightened up like a lot of other firms, to negate sim farming and, all of this type of stuff. So I would argue the whole product as a whole changed. But, it's crazy to see this stuff happen. It really is. But this space changes fast, man. This space changes very, very fast. Like, if you're new, you might not be used to that. The future space, as it progresses, it's changing fast. The Forex and CFD space was a mess to begin with. But that... who would have thought that my Forex funds was going to melt down, right? When it did, the way that it did. Just in the blink of an eye, audited and shut down by the CFTC for fraud. So, you get used to this stuff. Built a base here, popping to the upside, guys. I don't trust it. I'm not going to jump in long again. I'm not going to try this. I'm not gonna jump into this one, but it is a long opportunity, really aggressive here. If we fail to get down below, if we're going to turn this into a big bullish day, this is not a bad spot. I don't know that I want to put that risk on again. I don't think that I do. This is what it would look like. Worst entry, worst stop loss. Holding for something like that, right? Big push up. You can keep trying it long until it works and until we break through the highs and run. I don't love this as much. I just don't like this as much. We've retested a handful of times. Maybe this is what we got to do. We got to chop, right? And I'm shooting for that quick move to the upside. But now we've chopped too many times back and forth here. It's just not my play. But let's see if we go run the highs, and that's going to be the trade of the day. It's just a push, holding VWAP, bouncing back up. I think entries right here near VWAP today would have been pretty sweet. ES VWAP, man, is so hard to dispute this one. It's just such a good tool for the S&P, for all other futures and all other U.S. indices, but just the way that it reacts off of it is so hard to bat an eye at. Now, it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes we chop through, sometimes we disrespect it. It's obviously an overwatched tool. Everybody and their mother knows about VWAP, but man, like, here you are today, buying into VWAP, catching bounces to the upside. You could be getting paid. Yesterday, selling off into VWAP. Let's catch a day where it doesn't work. That's pretty choppy, right? That's pretty choppy. You'd struggle to hold through that. But then look at how this played out through the latter part of the day. Holy shit, excuse my language. Really, let me get it to set. Really hard to dispute this stuff, man. I like VWAP on ES over anything else on the low time frames, over any other instrument that is, but obviously just getting warmed back up on it, so we'll see. We shall see. Hello, everyone. Yeah, what's up, Chris? Yeah, I trade with the broker who owns the platform. What could go wrong? Yeah. Yeah, like maybe you're not cool with that, Rhombus. I sure as hell would not be. A broker that owns the prop firm and the platform and owns everything and all of the information and nobody else, and there's no checks and balances and none of that. Maybe not the best idea. Took one L on shorts after the initial pop up, but today's chop, I'm locking it up. I think we go. Unfortunately, I think we go on this one. Obviously, now here that we're all the way back at the highs, I'd be surprised if we didn't go and crack these 55s. I don't know what happens when we get up here, but I think we're gonna get a trade now above the 55s, which would have generated an initial win had I not stopped myself out at break even. So I'll be one to be, filed under don't go stop loss to break even, right? Let's see what we get. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Let's do this. I'm not even gonna keep you guys waiting that long. Let's do this. Run the likes up. I can't see likes anymore. How many likes we got on this stream? How the hell am I supposed to see likes if I can't? Come on, YouTube. They changed all of their YouTube dashboard. Oh, there we go. Here we go, guys. Let's do... giveaway of 60 likes. Run the likes up on YouTube. Be giving out an instant funded, Ignite instant funded 50K account. We got a giveaway today. We got duck races to run today. As ES is going to break these highs. Going to see if we can't go right through the 55s. There it is, ES. There it is. But we're going to give away a 60 likes. Go ahead, get it filled out. Excuse me, not get it filled out. Smash the like button. Don't ask me 47,000 questions. I'll tell you all about it. I'll throw the graphic up on the screen. Everybody chill. Don't worry. Don't worry. Here we go to the 55s. Yeah, man, the long play. A little too conservative on that stop loss to break even in here. This was the initial trade somewhere in here, guys, right? That was my my entry was somewhere in here as we were coming down. Yep, that one would have paid. Stop myself right in here. Let me get this ready for you guys. Let me get this ready. Yep, witches preparing their potions. That's funny. Finally made it up there, and I'm not in the trade. Awesome. Yep. Me either. Me either, Simple Well. There you go. There's the 55s getting taken, right? Let's see what happens up here. I think we're likely to see some big movement, a little bit of volatility. Either a wick through and a pullback down, or maybe some continuation, some fuel to this fire. This would have been a nice one here. Would have been a nice one. I think ES runs up somewhere around the 68.81. Yeah, goes and checks out yesterday's high. Could be the start of the Santa rally. Could be the start of the Santa rally. But yeah, guys, go ahead, smash the like button, do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do anything. You can hit like, you can hit subscribe if you want. I'm here trading live, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, almost every damn day, showing you guys what real trading looks like for me. Entries, exits, stops, targets shown on the screen, not just yapping about it, right? Run-ups, payouts, live accounts, drawdown, mistakes, losses, break-evens, frustrating days, and blown accounts, right? Everything in between. That's what I try to share with you guys. Primarily trading prop firms here. We'll be doing a lot more in live accounts. I've been consistently trading live accounts on the back end, really since I started trading. I started in live accounts, but primarily trading prop firm accounts here, or even live or pre-live prop firm accounts here with you guys, because I think that's what most of the community wants to see, and I think it's a good opportunity to leverage it, even if you are more experienced and well capitalized. Maybe not as good of an opportunity as for those that are new to trading and want to learn with limited downside risk, and or not as well capitalized, right? That are really going to struggle to fund any considerable amount for them in a live account, right? Meet some margin requirements. Here we go. Trading the 55s, trading the 55s. A little bit of momentum picking up, growing CVD. I think we go, man. Damn, son. This one's going to be tough to watch, chat. It's going to be tough to watch. All right, there we go. 60 likes. Chatty McChat chat. You guys know the drill. You got a banger dropping, too. Found some decent decent copyright-free music here. Here is the instructions. Guys, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to try so hard not to repeat myself. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. It's giveaway time for a 50K Ignite Instant Funded account from Top 1 Futures. The form to fill out just dropped in the main Discord. The Discord link is pinned to the chat. Why is it not working? Damn it. I was almost so smooth. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. All right, everybody pause. Let's start over. Never mind, let's start over. Let's start over. Let's start over here. There we go. Now, it's giveaway time. Today's giveaway is for 50K Ignite Instant Funded account from Top 1 Futures. Fill the form out in Discord. There's 100% free trading Discord. The link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Hop in there. If you can't hop in there because you're from a country that's banned or prohibited for some reason, you probably are going to be banned and prohibited from Top 1. I'm not going to do the email thing. I'm sorry. You're not getting in if that's the case. Link to join is in the chat, and it's pinned in the chat. I'll drop it again just so you guys have it. Don't fill the form out more than one time. Only fill it out once. Don't spam the form. You're going to get banned from here and doing more giveaways and from Top 1 Futures because it comes straight to your email from them, and they know not to accept it if you are trying to transfer it. They're non-transferable. Don't fill it out if you're from a country that you can't trade with. Top 1 on. You have to be in the live chat to claim the win. You got to be here on YouTube, Kick, or X somewhere to say that you're here and you won. It's another fail-safe. Also, you got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get this one filled out. That's all of the information. Not going to, I'm going to try. I'm going to try so hard to not repeat myself on this one. Let's see if I can do it, guys. Yes, of course. Form's working. Go ahead, click it again. Yesterday, no duck race or live, so 2 races today. No, we were live yesterday, and there were multiple duck races on the Prop Firm Match live stream. So no duck race today, now that you asked for that. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I took this off VWAP, but I scaled in. Nice. Yeah, Tom, I can check for you. Again, if you're listen, guys, like this is I have some yeah, Tom, you filled it out twice. It's okay. We'll get rid of one of your entries. Yeah, 10 minutes, guys. 10. Let's say 10:40. 10:40. The form's shutting off. ES right up to the 55s and above. Damn it, ES. Damn it, my trade management.
You walk up in the club like you run the town. You talk a big game when you got a crowd. But when I find you in the street and you're by yourself, if you make the wrong move, I'ma stop you well. You walk up in the club.
Let's see. Yeah, you guys are getting the form filled out. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Remember, if you want to check out Top 1 Futures yourself, you're tired of getting absolutely shafted on Project X, you want to check out an instant funded prop firm, and you want to get half off, 50% still running, here is the link in chat. Right there, guys. Link in chat. Do you see you like the video? Let's give away only to those who liked. I appreciate the suggestion, but no and no. No, I can't see the video, and no, I can't do that. Sorry, man, I saw a different message. My bad. You check if the winner is in chat. Yeah. But what does the form say? Winner must be in the live chat to claim the win. You have to be here. Can I upgrade my duck to a Lightning Flipper account? High 15 has been broke before retrace. Biggest structure 80s. Yeah. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Trading out the 6860s, man. This is the long play. This is the long play. Chatty McChat. Oh, this one's frustrating. Not bad trade management, right? If I find that this happens continually over and over and over again, even on low time frames, I'm going to adjust, right? Kind of the way that I did on YM and really backed off going stop loss to break even at all. You have to look at a large sample size, right? Because yesterday I looked like a genius, right? I went stop loss to break even. That saved myself what would have been a full stop out. Not only that, I was able to get in the opposite direction and take a win. Today, stopped myself out at break even and lost out on a full take profit, right? We did not come through where my entry would, my stop loss would have been. I don't know exactly where my entry was, but it was somewhere in here like this, guys. On the way down on this candle, somewhere, even if it was in here. So you review your trade management, right? If you're discretionary with it, you look at what's working, look at what's not working, and you try to adjust. For execution, only other thing I'll say is trying this bad boy long again. Really aggressively on the way down. This just didn't look great. But that's often how the market moves, right? Here's the fake out, lower high. Well, not even a confirmed lower high, but a little bit of chop, consolidation, pull back to VWAP one more time, take off. Would have liked to be able to capitalize on this one, but not yet. All right, guys, go ahead, get the form filled out. You got about 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Again, form is in Discord if you hopped in late. 100% free Discord. It's pinned to the top of the chat. But just to be a nice guy, I'm going to throw it in there again. No purchase necessary. Free 99. We'll run a duck race for this one. Cool. Be right back, guys. All right, chatty McChat, chat. Let's see what we got. Trading higher. Oof. Good read. Decent execution. Trade management. Follow-up trade. Not there today, man. This one would have paid. Damn. Well, part of it. Get warmed back up on ES. That's going to be my game plan. Let's see. What are the instructions for the giveaway? Juan, you're banned. That's it. You're done, Juan. Juan, the troll. I think I'm going to stay with TSX. Crazy, I know. But for risk reward, $90 to be able to take a maximum of 5K. Can't be beaten everywhere, even with platforms. Up over 4K on 3 XFAs that were open Friday of last week. Eligible for a payout. That's 6K on a 2K investment. Nate, that is an awesome W. First off, congratulations, man. Absolutely awesome. Love to see it. I think, there's another difficult decision where it's like you have something working well with one rule set and on one platform, that type of deal. That's savage, dude. That's absolutely savage. Love to see it. Huge W. For me, absolutely no-brainer to completely clean those accounts out and get off the platform. I think the frustration, the lost opportunity, and the potential for losses, outages, issues on your accounts to not be corrected, the way that we've started to see more of that come into light across all firms, is just a no-go for me. TSX is Project X. So it's awesome, man. Do your thing. Make the best decision for you. For me, and I think a lot of people are going to be in your situation, but it's going to be up to you to decide, what the best situation is, what the best decision is, man. But hella W's in the chat for Nate. Dude, you are killing it this year. And I know you just had a setback and you were able to come back from that. If you guys don't know, Nate's in the community. He's been sharing for a long period of time. Just took max payouts with Top Step. He was transparent enough to share. He had a pretty gnarly setback where he lost all of his accounts. Started from scratch. This man is at payout times 3. Taking a 2K payout from 3 XFAs. A savage, man. Absolutely savage. Really, 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 really awesome, man. Insane to see you come back from that so quickly and to be able to apply consistency. So it's absolutely awesome. So it does suck to have to consider these things, but do what's best for you. Definitely do what's best for you. Again, I can only speak, what my thoughts are, right? I shared exactly what I was doing with my Top Step accounts. You saw the payout that I took on Tuesday. I'm not going to open any new accounts on this platform at all. I think it's an absolutely, again, for me, it's far past the point of being a test dummy. But you got to do what you got to do, right? You were on prop for a match yesterday. Yeah, I was on prop for a match yesterday. Let's go. Yep. All right, guys, it's giveaway time. It's giveaway time. But Nate, awesome, dude. I love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. That is epic, dude. All right. Let's get ready to run this giveaway. Yeah, dude, throw W's in the chat for Nate. Bro, here, as I'm getting this ready, guys, there's a lot of people that share, right? There's a lot of guys and girls that come around and they post wins, right? They post their payout. They talk about when things are good, right? They, as most people do. It's hard to do what you see me do on here, which is take wins, take losses. Nate, shared from the beginning with me and in the community when he was struggling, when it was no payouts, when he was struggling with tilt, when he was looking at giving up, when he was working through a lot of issues, when he had the downturn. Then he shared the W's, then he shared the setbacks, and now he's sharing the huge W's again. That's the reality of what this looks like, dude. I don't know anybody that comes in and hits it out of the park from day one. It's always a grind. It's always a struggle. Not everybody, very, 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 very few ever make it to where Nate is and what he's doing and displaying right here in the chat now with you guys. Very few, so I don't want to misinterpret that. But I give dudes like him so much credit because I know what it takes. It really sucks to pull up in here and go, hey guys, I know I just took max payouts. I blew up and lost my accounts. But being transparent and honest about it, usually those guys are the ones that do what he just did and come back to max payouts or to big payouts again. So insane, dude. I love to see it, man. It's awesome. Hyped to see you out in Tampa. Nate's coming to Tampa. Not to dox you, but hyped to see that, man. It's gonna be awesome. So, well done, guys. And again, you know, it's not to say that it's. I think it's good because it displays that it's not just smooth sailing. It's not just you flip a page one day after passing your first prop firm account or taking your first payout, and it's all roses and rainbows, right? I wish it was. That's not what it's like for me. It's not what it's like for most traders, right? You know, it's these ebbs and flows, or it's this progression and then setback, right? And you're like, fuck, man, I had this thing put together and, you know, I got my own way. And then, you know, that kind of just non-linear curve to the upside. I was talking about it with Zach on Prop for Match TV yesterday, right? He was talking about December being a really tough month. No payouts, a ton of blown accounts. He had just taken a big payout yesterday from Apex on stream. But before that, it was massive payouts. I think he took like, you know, some large amount. That's what it looks like for me, right? It's what it looked like for this year for me, right? So, you know, don't be fooled and don't have this unrealistic expectation. I think it only makes it harder. So, it's tough. Let's see. All right. Rams for real. You guys talking about it. Awesome. Yeah, no, for sure, man. Appreciate all you guys being here, right? But got to highlight the W's. Nate, awesome, dude. Tons of W's. Hop in the Discord, guys. Hop in the Discord. Share your wins. Share your losses. That's what the community's all about. Almost over 2,000 members. I was used to saying almost. But here we go, guys. We got a duck race. We have... how many ducks? 83 or 82 ducks on the line today. This is for a 50K instant funded Ignite account from Top 1 Futures. Good luck, everybody. Remember, you got to be here in the live chat to claim it. Make sure you hit the live button on whatever you're, looking at, so you can actually watch the thing live and you can claim it after you win. Let's run it. Imposter mode right now. That's temporary. I feel the force. For real, imposter syndrome. Yeah, man. All of that internal thought process is serious. Really serious. I battle that all the time, man. You have to believe. Talk a lot about that, so I won't go on the psychology and mindset rant, but you have to believe without a shadow of a doubt that you can do what you're setting out to do, or else you won't do it. And I think it takes a lot. You know, we have a value of money, how much time things are supposed to take, and we impose a lot of limiting beliefs on ourselves, what we can do in the markets. And I had and still have some gnarly ones that I tried to work through. Let's see. It's duck time. Appreciate you guys hopping on. We got minutes to go here, but before you hop off, if you're going to hop off after, I'm here 9:15 almost every day, trading live on YouTube, Kickin' X. Free community, no VIP, no paid group, no secret thing where I manage your crypto, no mentorship, none of that stuff. Everything free 99. Happy to have you in the Discord. Coming up, we got holidays. I'm trading live with you guys tomorrow. I'm trading live Monday and Tuesday next week. And then it starts to get spotty around holidays. I'm pretty much trading any day the market's open. Not on Christmas Eve or Christmas, of course, or the day after Christmas for that matter. But hop in Discord. You can check out the live schedule. I would be really cautious, even though I'm live streaming. I'm going to be getting some trading in with you guys. I really try to talk about this. I'd be really cautious. Most serious traders look at December 23rd as the last trading day of the year. Almost all of the ones that I know look at the last serious trading day, is early next week, right? After that, in between Christmas and New Year's, right around the major U.S. holidays, trash, just trash. And I've been caught not spending really good quality time with my family taking unnecessary losses in trash market conditions. And I can tell you, it was one of the lowest lows I've ever felt in trading. It was up there with everything else. But don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe you don't have, time that you're going to miss with your family. Totally cool. It's still trash market conditions. So I'm going to acknowledge that. I'll probably write it on the screen when I'm trading live with you guys during those times. But we'll run some duck races. We'll have some fun. We'll have a whole bunch of Christmas ducks that'll be running. But really, guys, we're coming up on the end of this year. And, whatever it is. Don't push it. Don't set some arbitrary goal. Please don't do what I've done years ago. But we're coming up on the end of it, right? This was the last really full solid week that we're coming to the end of. 2023, December 23rd, coming into Christmas Eve before the half day. That's pretty much it. In between Christmas and New Year's, and then the first couple days, really, really, really dicey. Really dicey. So, you make a decision for yourself. You might say, nope, it's the best time of the year to trade. You press it, do your thing. But I do want to share that. And I think it's important to share that because I'm going to be hopping on, and showing a chart. And I don't want to display something against my thoughts. So. Trent Sniper, you don't want to see your name. Yeah, don't worry. Your name's on here. I see him running the top 10. Let's make the duck races more exciting. Add alligators. Yeah, we'll add some stuff. We'll run some different stuff. Too many purple ducks. I feel like Purple Ninja has been up to something. Zach, after Tampa, let me come. Of course, Nate, for sure. Open invitation for that, man. We'll set that up. Muhammad's alive. Interesting. Comment didn't show up. That's weird. I could read that comment. 20 seconds to go. Aaron up top. Rhombus in the middle here. Looking out front. Venture Trading. It's Me Trades. Rhombus taking the L. Mike Z holding really strong. The Clown Duck. Fast Money Formula. Big Frank down on the bottom. Mach Tech. King Trader coming out of nowhere. The number 71 Duck. Down to the bottom. We got a tight pack. King Trader 105. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. King Trader, where are you at in the chat? I think I've seen this person a number of times. Yeah, it should be King Trader 105 on YouTube. We got W's in the chat for King Trader. Don't go anywhere just yet. Remember, they have to be here to claim it. Don't log off just yet. You got to be here to claim it. Everybody give a second. Don't say run it again. I'm going to say at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes, just in case your stream was delayed. Let me check the other platforms. But we got W's in the chat. Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of people on Kicking X as well. We got some W's in the chat. Let's see if he's here. Let's see if he's here. Remember, you got to be in the chat to claim it. He's here. There it is. There it is. King Trader 105. Congrats. You are the winner of an instant funded Ignite 50K from Top 1 Futures. Remember, guys, if you're ready to get off the absolute garbage platform that is Project X, Top Step X, Nate, I wish you the best, dude. You are a brave soul. I don't know anyone except for Nate that has said, and one other person on X that I've seen that has said that they are going to stay on Project X after this week. I do not recommend it by any means. It is unfortunate that we are here, but Project X has just completely melted down. I would be extremely cautious with any money you have with prop firms, especially Profit, right? And that's eligible for withdrawal on a platform that is completely imploding. Yesterday, the day before, today, just really sad situation, but I got to speak frankly about it, man. The writing's been on the wall. It's now the Kool-Aid Man has blasted through the wall. Get off the platform, guys. Do what you can to get your money out. Anyway, if you want to check out Top 1 Futures, who has Trade of 8 Ninja Trader Trading View live, ready to roll, 50% off, code RDF. Outside of that, guys, I will see you here live tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, trading on YouTube, Kicking X. I'll see you in Discord. Links to everything pinned to the top of the chat. Let's see. Not a single week without issues. Yep, this way. Don't call it garbage. At least someone comes to take the garbage every week. This was Project X. No takers. Let's make next giveaway on Ninja. Yeah, this giveaway is on Ninja, guys. This giveaway is on. The person today that won is getting a Trade-Of-8 Ninja Trader TradingView account. No more Project X accounts. No, we're not doing that. See you tomorrow. Thanks for everything. What's interesting and the trade management features. Where do you have them in another firm? I don't know what you're asking there, but please ask in Discord so I can answer. Had the pep toward duck. I think congrats, traders. Later, Zach. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Yeah, again, guys, if you have questions, feel free to hop in Discord. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. You go to realdealfutures.com if you don't click the thing fast enough. More than happy to have you guys in there answering questions. We're talking obviously a lot about the changes that we got going on with platforms and prop firms coming into the end of this year. Let's try to make 2026 a banger, man. I'm excited for it. Talk to you guys soon. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Trading is very risky. Almost nobody makes money trading. You're a crazy psychopath if you trade. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is. Even in prop firm accounts, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links to codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Appreciate you guys hopping on. See you in Discord today. See you live here tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of the day.